Hey, Joe Mastriano, CPA, and those of you following Uber stock will see that they've crashed down a bit, came back up a little bit, but the real story is more in the accounting world than the, you know, taxi cab uh, world. So uh, the Labor Department wants to change the rules for contract labor. I kind of agree with them philosophically, even though it will put a burden on a lot of people because companies like Uber is getting away with a weakness in the rules. Now, when I represent people in an audit who hire people contract labor, usually we go by those 13 rules that the Workforce Commission has that have to do with are these people really independent or not, and each rule is not equal to the other rules. Each rule is a way of contributing toward the overall definition of is this person really independent or do you control that person like you would an employee? Does that person have their own business? And you see, Uber drivers really don't. Some might, but a lot of them don't. They get the word that they can be an Uber driver. I have a client of mine that was a business person, was a C-suite person in a big company. Something happened to him, and so he called Uber, and now he's an Uber driver. Is he really running a separate business? Well, in his case, no. He's driving for Uber, and they're paying him on a 1099. Now, does he pick his own hours? Somewhat, but if they don't have available time slots, he's not going to be able to pick his own hours. He's going to have to pick a time slot that's available. Does he maintain his own vehicle? Sure. It's kind of hairy. So my warning and purpose for doing this video today is to let people know that even without that change, that the burden of proof is on you. I have some audits now that use contract labor, especially in the construction industry. The burden on you is that you didn't take a person who simply didn't want withholding taxes taken out, and you wanted to save the employer's match of the FICA by putting them on contract labor, that this person actually intends to be in business on their own. And that intention is usually found by do they work for other people? Do they put ads out looking for work? Um, do they, what's the other thing? Oh, do they invoice you for their time? I invoice my clients. I'm independent. If somebody hires me to sit in their office to do accounting and I don't invoice them and they give me set hours I need to be there, we're kind of mixing then the two. Should I be a contract or should I be an employee? And just because I have my own business for many years and that business is a corporation and that business employs me, that's good indication, but you really got to look at my actions and the nature of the transaction because even though I get a W 2 from my own corporation, I might be an employee of another company if I go over there to work. So, really, you have to look at what rules support what the situation is. Anyway, those of you that have any issues can always consult with me on this. I'll tell you, being in an audit and you've got 50, 100 contract labor people, and they're going to turn it around to salaries, can put a huge dent in your bank account when you pay the additional taxes. You might have some contract labor people who leave because they don't want to be in the system. I do have a couple of tricks under my sleeve to fight that, but the IRS and the Workforce Commission and now the Labor Department is really tightening up in that area. And it's something that needs a very, very big consideration if you're going to hire people contract labor. As always, you want advice from somebody who has a lot of experience in this area. I've had my CPA firm since 1980. I've been doing taxes since 1975 when I was 19. I'm not a guy in the diner about these matters. I've got tremendous experience. Call Stephanie 713-774-4467. Set up a consultation and let me show you what your current accountant, attorney, cousin, or whoever's trying to help you doesn't know about protecting you and your business. Thank you.